Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. I tried doing this about 3 nights ago, and I got disturbed by a friend of mine on Skype. I had like a 3-hour chat with her. Anyways, I just got around doing this video yet again. So, first of all, I've not been doing too well for you out there. You people have been messaging me, where is my next video? Including my friend who messaged me on Skype. You see, I've had a rough time. 7/3 was the time I remember the ambulance being stolen in 2010 when my mom had to go into the hospital. A 17-year-old Latino teenager stole it and took a joyride about 80 miles thinking there was drugs in it. He only got time served and no probation. July 4th, we had to comfort Moppy and Blizzard because of the explosions. Now I'm at home, as some of you can see. I do want to say, for some of you out there, I gotta clip this out, but I will share with you. I'm not doing too well because I was reading this newspaper at Aaron's house, and we get it like on Wednesday nights, and I was reading it. And if you can see, the guy right here is my adopted uncle. Yes, he's in the paper in the obits. He passed on. I didn't know. So tonight we went out to pay our respects. Turns out he was, turns out there's nothing I can do about it. So I've been bummed out about that. On other news, I've been bummed out about a few little problems. You see, I got a message, like first week of August, my sister wanted to come out and visit me. I was all stoked and hyped about it because I haven't seen her in 3 years. We weren't, as Morgan Freeman would say, in the bucket list, hitting it off the sweetest notes. Anyways, story goes like this. She decides to come out a day after my birthday. She wants to spend 2 days. That's fine. Aaron said no problem. He'll put them up. Anyways, they come out. First night was great. Next day we go into town. It was great. I was kind of bored because the books at this bookstore in town didn't have all the books I wanted. I'm more of a Orvis gal, so I like Orvis. But anyways, all of a sudden, we leave and we go to Walmart, and we already decided, Aaron was saying that, we should have a meal. And, we made the previous night, Aaron made chicken tikka masala and gobi paratha. It's a bread made of cauliflower. Good dinner. Apparently the sister and the niece did not like it. Anyways, we go into Walmart. Me and Aaron, he wanted to get me some descaling solution for my espresso machine. Now, anyways, it was all good till the descaler, he wanted to get some sausages. I was kind of cranky because I was going to use some of my money I had left over for emergency money for food, but God, on the other hand, had his own hands telling me not to spend the money. Well, anyways, what happened was, we got done. My sister on the way said, go get some pants. I tried on a pair that was clearance for $13. I said, this will be good for my birthday. She wanted to give me pants. Then, told me to get another pair, $20. I thought, what, $33 for pants? No, thank you. I can get 3 pairs over at Bi-Mart for the same price, but we can't get the Bi-Mart. So, anyways, we go out and he pops the trunk with the little thing. Sister's driving a new car. It's a convertible. It's a red one, Mustang. And so, sister comes out, but our niece goes in. Niece went in after she popped the trunk, saying, So, Aaron goes back in to find the niece. She said it'll be 15:20. Well, we waited and waited. Finally, the sister says, let's go. So she drives around the parking lot. And finally, she says she's going to panic. She's going to call a friend. Her friend's going to come out and pick her up. All right, so Aaron gets out of the car, goes in. Me and the sister are by herself, so we drove down to Papa Murphy's. She used her food card, her food stamps, her EBT, which kind of irritated me because she wanted pizza. Well, she didn't eat any but 2 slices. She wanted 2 pizzas, which she thought she wanted large pizzas and said they were 2 mediums. So she was complaining. She got a soda that was flat. Told me to go in and talk to the guy. I talked to him. He threw me out of the Papa Murphy's. I said, well, we can go back get them. And she said, no, we're going to get gas first. So she drives down to the Shell station. I go in, I had 46 bucks. I told them there's 46 here, but I want 45 in gas. Lady puts in 46 on the pump. I had to get into my pocket, use my last two $1 bills, which I was going to use to pay for me and Aaron's bus fare to and from to the Walmart. Well, all of a sudden, we pull in and we're waiting. We're waiting like 45 minutes. Anyways, Aaron's got step by step what happened. So while we're waiting, finally they come out. She gets in the car, the niece and Aaron starts up, and we leave. Well, as soon as we get about a half mile from the Walmart down the hill, niece opens up a bag of goodies. Aaron realized then that some of the jewelry was stolen, but instead of incriminating the niece or the sister because she's family, didn't want to alienate them, he decides to not say peep. He says, "I'll tell Rita later," So anyways, so we're going along, and she's handing out these silver, like, costume jewelry, like $10, $15 pieces. I don't wear jewelry, so I was like, nah, that's okay. When we get into the gas station, she's talking about these new boots she got. And I said, oh, that's really nice. It must be nice. Oh, yeah. Well, she goes and asks her mom for money for cigarettes. So she goes into the gas station across the street here. While she's doing it, Aaron said, yeah, I saw something that's probably fake. Another celebrity death hoax. Robin Williams died. So I go on the phone, check out CNN. Bam! Robin Williams committed suicide. Rest his soul. We get back. Aaron puts in the pizzas. Aaron says, I need to talk to you. Alright, so we go walk Blizzard and Moppy before dinner. He goes, I'm not supposed to tell you or your sister, but your sister stole those boots. And the jewelry. Alright, so we're talking away. And finally, sister, after dinner, starts in on me about I'm going to lose my niece as a family member if I don't communicate with her. Well, she's holed up the night before in the bedroom. Alright, so I go and talk to her for a while. And she says, yeah, confessed on certain things, stealing and etc. I'm like, just don't do it. She's talking about how God's good to her. God doesn't allow stealing. So anyways, we got done. And then afterwards, I went back in, and my sister, we were having a great time until she brings up the past. Well, certain past events were fine, but when it came to one particular incident, I said no. No. You don't bring it up. She got very vulgar and very angry and was pointing the finger, demanding an apology. Well, I said, and then she said the 80s were narc. Someone narked me out. Well, guess what? She uses a lot of intimidation and guilt trips. So anyways, the next day, after I left, I go and I message Aaron, email him, and I say, yeah, I need to get the milk. I got to have a latte. Well, I go over and the sister says, I hope you're not sorry. I hope you're not angry and you're sorry for what you did last night by running out. I turned around and says, yeah, that's nice. I'm going to get the milk. I'll make a coffee. Well, Aaron already told me that my coffee sucked. She didn't want to drink it. Something tasted funny in the espresso maker. Alright, whatever, So then we go and walk the dogs, and Aaron just tells me, yeah, bit by bit of everything she said. I got angry, and I said, Aaron, do you think it's right or wrong? He said, it's wrong. She basically steals. We can't go back to Walmart. And, she said, oh, well, it's okay. So I'm sitting there almost blowing my stack. So Aaron takes my shoulders and says, Hun, take a walk. I go upstairs, grab a pink backpack, load it up with water. I hiked about 10 miles on the backside roads, through the desert, and around a square. It was like this, and then around like this, and then back like this. By the time I got in, it was like 4:30. I was sweating as hell, needed a shower, so I took off my bra and my panties and threw them in the dirty clothes, hopped in the shower, got up. When I had an incoming message, Aaron says, they're gone. Well, this was like 6:30, so I was like, great, I'm hungry. So me and Aaron go, and while I was telling him this, I said, I'm going to go check the mail. Go in, found out there was a thing, because it was Monday, a book. Alright, I'll put my mind to it. So I get the book, I put it in the book pile to read while I finish the book. Anyways, I get a notice on the door. It's basically a blastogram letter, right? One of those letters you can use in a court of law for adult abuse. Instead of dealing with all this crap, I tore it up in little pieces, flushed it down the Johnny flusher, the old toilet. Once it was done, then Aaron messages and says, hey, I've searched Rita's place several times. From what he told me, I've searched my place multiple times. I can't find my wallet. Well, sister messages. Aaron says, oh, well, I've tried messaging Rita, but she won't get back to me. Well, I put her on a block list. I'm changing phone numbers next month, and I'm not dealing with her because she can't control her daughter. She allows her daughter to steal, and she apologized to Aaron. I didn't hear this, but apologized to Aaron for doing heroin and meth in his apartment. And the meth is so she can get off the heroin. That's what the niece was telling Aaron. Okay, and then basically I get these what do you call it? Guilt trip private messages on the phone, which I read, and then I deleted. I was like, the hell with it. Well, if I'm ice cold, that's fine and dandy, but I'm not going to deal with it. She was telling Aaron that mom didn't love me, mom didn't want me, mom didn't want me to have anything. You know, everything should have went to probate. Instead, the sister stripped everything. And I'm supposed to live in the past. Sorry, but what damage was done, it was in the past. We must move on. Yesterday's gone. Today is here. Tomorrow will come. We got to move on to the future, not the past. So, when it came to that, I said enough's enough. And then she was ripping me a new one about Filipinos, scammers. All Filipinos are scammers. I was trying to tell her about a few Filipinos I knew, and again, pure scammers, you know. And then in the last week since Aaron handles my Farmville, I lost 10 friends, 10 cigar friends on Facebook because they don't like the game feeds on my list. So I was like, to each their own. But anyways, Aaron says I use that word too much and I need to use it right. So tonight I told the sister my side of the story, one of my sisters, Teddy. And Aaron's like, you know, you're disabled, you can misconstrue a few things. So I sat there outside smoking a cigar, and I said, before I go to bed, I will write a nice little email to her apologizing for venting. And, you know, that's how it is. But yeah, basically, you know, and then when I was gone, Aaron said she just wailed on me words-wise. I'm evil, I'm this. Well, she basically said, can people that are born evil stay evil when they grow up? And Aaron said, well, you know, the Gnostic Gospels, Jesus was a evil little brat, but look where he turned out. So children are children. I mean, I don't break the commandments, the 10 commandments at all. The whole thing of thou shalt commit adultery, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, all this, I don't do it. My sister basically told Aaron, well, what damage is done is done. We can't return the items to Walmart. What'd she do? She leaves, Aaron and I. And on top of that, Aaron went through my place, his place, and messaged her saying, is my wallet in your car? Because if it isn't, he's got a gut feeling. My niece basically stole it because, frankly, he can't find it. And he keeps checking like this every 5 feet when he's walking to make sure he's got his wallet and his keys. Me, I always check to make sure my keys jingle in my pocket. But you get the point. Anyways, my birthday was good. Sister picked me up some pants. I told Aaron I shouldn't wear them, but he's like, you know, you need to wear them. You know, I convinced her to pick them up. Well, without the wallet, you know, me and Aaron already prepaid all our groceries except for 5 days. So me and Aaron's going to be going without a few days because, well, we have emergency box food as long as we don't tap into the milk. So I got to drink straight espressos until next month where I get my lattes again. Anyways, the money I had on my pocket was $22 for groceries, and I was going to buy some sausages, but God said no. He knew what was coming down the pipe, I think, because right now we got to buy dog food, and we got to get a few things. I mean, we used up the hot dog buns tonight for brats and tots. We still got spaghetti, but that only lasts us 2 nights. Aaron said we don't have enough sauce, so, you know, his friend's coming from San Diego. He's supposed to be, he just passed Grants Pass, but hasn't posted on the radar on Facebook. So all of this has been very, very bad. So Aaron is worried, I'm worried, and a friend of mine was like, put it in God's hands. Right, well, Anyways, I vented to my sister, and I said I can't know my sister right now until A, she basically quits living in the past, and B, she doesn't keep blaming me for everything, because the damage is done. My mom's not coming back. She wants to sit there and say this and that. I mean, she basically said in an email to Aaron that her supposed boyfriend is venting and angry that her necklace went missing. Aaron stripped this place apart. He said, I'm going to go check your place anyways, Rita. I know your sister didn't drop it here. Nothing. Then he goes and strips his place looking for it. Nothing. In between looking for his special wallet. He's got this little metal wallet case. It's actually metal, you know, and it's really cool. It paid like $10 for it. And he said that was really cool. It's one of those ones where it's protected. They can't read your information around it. So Aaron's like positive my niece stole it. So technically, you know, and then Aaron found his other items gone missing too, and he's just panicked. So I'm like, dude, take a chill pill. Well, my sister came around here and she was walking around my apartment, but that's all she did, pretty much. And talked to me about the espresso machine and how I'm moving up in the world. But Aaron, you know, when me and Aaron walked the dogs, we put enough faith in my niece and my sister that nothing would go missing. Well, Aaron's like, absolutely not. He said, never again. So, you know. So anyways, tonight I gotta work on this list here. I'm going to try to nail it down. I mean, Jason, a.k.a. Quasi's coming out, so I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to take some notes. I want to return the books. I'm down to like 2 books to read. Then I will keep working on this. I'm thinking I'm going to do an Angela and get into some of... I got 3/4 of the Harvest Moon series, so I'm just going to crank out Harvest Moon. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So, in that aspect, you know... I've been doing some business with some Filipino doctors about breast implants. A friend of mine needed to find out some pricing, so I was looking into it for them. I got a message from one Filipino lady that came in on a 510 number, American number. So, but yes, I was looking at a doctor that's American who's over there. So it's pretty good. So, but I also wanted to say I got a what do you call it? What do you call it? I don't remember, but anyways, you get the whole thing. My brain's fried basically, but yeah, I've been looking into everything I can think of, you know, so I can do things. Oh yeah, the American Doctor. The American Doctor is charging $2,800 for breast implants, and I think that's very good. I've heard 2 people, one Filipino friend that was inquiring, doesn't have internet access that much to ask me about implants, but she said if she had to have implants, to go ahead and contact a Dr. Vicky Ballo, something like that. Anyway, she's like does celebrities. She's very expensive, I bet, because of it. So, I mean, celebrity Filipinos bring in a lot of money, whereas the average Filipino don't. So, but yeah, that's the other thing. Like I said, my sister accused all of Filipino women being Filipino, and they're only saying and doing things so they can get into your good graces to show that they're not a scammer. Well, not all of them are scammers. I mean, I was talking to Angela. She was talking to me and asked me about traveling out there. And as long as I file with the embassy, there's no trouble. So, I got my vacation lined up. But then Aaron brings up the fact that we need to get out of here. Angela brought it to my attention again. And Angela's right, because she didn't bring it up. She said I canceled my trip to Lexington to meet her because
incoming message.
There's mean people out there. Well, yes, there's mean people out there. And frankly, because there's mean people out there, that I need to move along. You know, move along, little doggy. So, wow. So anyways, the 1939 movie Stagecoach is $27. That's what the email came in from Amazon. Been wanting to get it, but you know, the searchers aren't bad. That's pretty dirt cheap. But when it comes to John Wayne's first movie, it's very expensive, by the way. I love 1937. That movie is just fun. But yeah, anyways, I basically apologized to my sister Teddy. I'm, like I said, getting ready to watch some videos on YouTube. It's late. I'm going to bed late because, you know, there's questions, as Aaron said, that needs to be answered in my soul. Aaron answered a lot of them. He said, your sister's full of crap. Your mom loved you. Your mom wanted you. I don't know where this is coming from, but, you know, from his point of view, because he told me this outright, because my sister basically didn't want me to have anything when my mom died. Instead of having a will, she just went in and vacuumed up everything like a vulture. And my other sister, I don't know what's going on. There's a story behind that, but I won't get to know. I'm always kept in the dark, being the disabled tranny freak, as some call me. It's different. So, but anyways, I haven't done a video for a while, so there you have it. All on a ball of wax. So if we don't get to go to Walmart, or if Aaron's picked up, it's because they assumed he was a accomplice, which he wasn't. Because she basically, apparently, from Aaron's point of view, snapped the tags, took out the security part out of the shoes, and just walked right out with them. She was going to leave her sandals there, apparently, at Walmart, but Aaron said, hey, your sandals, you know, not thinking. And she figured she was going to walk it up with the boots and carry the tag, you know, but she didn't even go through a checkout line, Aaron said. Aaron gave me a blow-by-blow play of, you know, as he calls it, how it went on, and it was just distraughtful. So, anyways, I'm going to have a coffee. I'm going to upload this. I'm going to try to do more videos. I'm sorry I laxed and been lazy for the last month and a half. I've been depressed a bit because of issues and etc. I mean, I was excited for my sister coming out. Therapist knew this, but everything fell apart. The only thing that brings me happy right now is I know 3 Filipino girls I'm talking to. One's very close to me, Angela and Aaron, and Moppy and Blizzard. Everything else, so, you know, and I mean 3 Filipinos, and they've been very nice and talkative and giving me counseling about the whole ordeal of what went on. And Reverend Mike, a friend of mine, has also been there for me. So my sister thinks I'm going to die old and I won't have Aaron. That's a bunch of hogwash. Aaron said he would never leave me because Aaron is a great guy and he loves me, and frankly, as he said, my sister's a damn right chronic liar and a douchebag. She can't get off her butt and says the damage is done, and she knows damn good well. She was talking code, by the way, about I'm going to go talk to my daughter about her not buying her cigarettes. Aaron basically told me, hey, let's take a walk. Oh, I'm going to take Reed out for a walk. We went out, and he basically told me the whole story. I'm just like, and you're allowing her to stay. Well, the next day, when they were leaving, he basically said, yeah, your sister apologized for allowing my niece, her sister's daughter, to do meth and heroin in his place. And he was furious. So furious that he said, I don't want him around me. So now we're waiting for Jason. I will probably update this more. I know one girl that's Filipino that says, please update it more. I told her I was depressed, but I'm going to get over the depression and I'm going to beat this. So, because my, as Aaron said, my equilibrium was off kilter because of it. So, anyways, and I was falling apart. Now I'm put back together. I'm in my peaceful state. I'm happy. I just got to get these videos watched, because once I do this, I still got all these other papers to go through while, you know, while it's all done. So, you know, there's PC, DS, PS2. There's a second PS2 list? Oh, yes. So, some of these are duplicates. I gotta go through them and cut the list down so I can just get them done. So, that's it, everyone. Stay tuned for my next video. Please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments. And please add me as a friend. Thank you. And may God bless the world.